This year's theme is all about transformation and growth, just like one of my favorite symbols, the butterfly. Every year, I look back at my original Dose of Destiney drawing. I like to redraw it and reflect on how much I've evolved since the first version. This year, I was feeling a little different though. I wanted to turn it into an entire theme, which is something I like to do with all of my art projects whenever I'm going through some sort of change. And the theme for this project is super simple but powerful: evolving into who we're meant to be. Butterflies are such a powerful symbol because they represent transformation, self-improvement, self-growth, becoming your true self, being yourself, all of the above. And most importantly, what you're always destined to be. You see what I did there? They remind us that growth requires change, and with change, you have to let go of certain things to make space for better opportunities, healthier relationships, and a better mindset. Last year, I reached a point where I was honestly just tired. Tired of proving my worth, tired of carrying other people's projections, and tired of one-sided relationships. I realized I've been carrying too much negativity that I told myself, I can't keep feeling this way, yo. And the truth was, I was repeating the same cycle over and over again without actually learning the lesson or changing my reaction. My mentor inspired me to create 2 lists: what to focus on and what not to focus on. And writing it out definitely helped me see things much more clearly. I'm going to be starting off with a negative just because it will lead me into my list of what I want to focus on. So, starting with number 1, proving my worth. I know I'm a hard worker and a genuine girly and anything you want to insert here. And sometimes when people see that on you, they try to put you down. And I'm not trying to boost myself up, whatever. When I tried to put myself into these different spaces and communities, over time I realized I had to keep proving myself or make myself smaller to just be accepted. Over time, I realized no matter how well I performed or tried to adapt to what they wanted me to be, these certain people were determined to miss on my character, period. I couldn't keep showing up for people who couldn't see me clearly. So I made a decision. I'm only focusing on people who accept me as I am, instead of shrinking to be accepted. Number 2, carrying other people's projections. A lot of what people throw at you is a projection of their own insecurities, fears, or limitations. And for a long time, I internalized that and I would take it really personally. Like if someone looked at me in a certain way, or even when I would say like, hello, like how are you, trying to be very nice or whatever, like they just wouldn't accept it. And like, yeah, I would internalize that, like, dang, like why are they treating me like that? Why are they treating—
Leave me alone!
So I made another decision. Those projections are never truth. Like I didn't need to internalize that. I'm detaching from people's behaviors and I'm not taking it personally. I don't need to carry something that's not even mine in the first place. Number 3, non-reciprocal relationships. I noticed throughout the last year that so many of my relationships were one-sided. I was always showing up, always giving, always listening, but when I needed that same energy, it wasn't there. And that made me question myself, like, why don't these people want to show up for me? Or why am I only useful for when people need me for something? I realized that I was taking the role as the therapist friend and forming connections with people that weren't on the same frequency. So I made a final decision. I'm focusing on relationships that are reciprocal, and I'm not chasing validation from others who can't give it to me in the first place. Yeah, like I really don't have a lot of reciprocal relationships, which is unfortunately, but I am appreciative of the ones that I do have because I do— Mr. Little John. Right, speaking of reciprocal relationships, yeah, like that's my dude, bro. He got my back for sure. So shout out to Mr. Jam Jamwich because I always can count on him for anything. So yeah. Last year taught me that I had to let go of seeking external validation and approval from others. I was depending on other people to see my worth way before I even saw my own worth. And I'm no longer available for that. I see my worth, I know my value, and I won't settle for relationships that don't honor it. And to be honest, the things that were on my not to focus on list were consuming my brain so much, I was losing sight of what my life would feel like if I didn't worry so much about the negatives. Which brings me into my list that I am focusing on. Number 1, not taking things personally. Like I said, I've learned that when someone projects onto me, excludes me, or misunderstands me, it's usually about what they're dealing with internally. What if I told you that you don't need to take everything so personally?
What? Really?
That person who watches your story but never likes your posts.
Yup.
Or that group that always forgets to include you.
Forgets.
But the truth really is, how others move is a reflection of where they are, not you.
Yup, not you.
Even when it feels personal, it isn't. Your worth doesn't come from validation. Stay focused on yourself and protect your energy.
I know that's right.
I don't really need to carry what's not mine, so I'm practicing the need to over-explain, prove myself, or internalize reactions that were never meant for me in the first place. Number 2, being free. Being free to me means showing up as myself without shrinking or dimming my light down to make other people feel comfortable. I'm allowing myself to take up space, speak my truth, and to create without the fear of how it will be perceived. To me, freedom is choosing authenticity over approval. And I will always vouch for authenticity, because once you start to prove yourself to other people and try to do what they want you to do, you're not forming through authenticity, you're forming from approval. Number 3, releasing expectations. So instead of being attached to a certain outcome of how someone should act or how a certain situation should go, I'm releasing the pressure, detaching, and letting things happen as they come. I'm accepting others and situations for what they are and choosing accordingly how to handle that. So overall, creating this butterfly series really taught me something important. I had to let go of the burdens to create space for freedom, to trust the process, go with the flow of life, and to fully step into who I'm becoming, which is low-key what the butterfly represents, because growth isn't about staying comfortable, it's about transformation. So I encourage you guys to think about what you want to focus on and what you don't want to focus on for the upcoming year, just like my mentor encouraged me. Let me know in the comments what you resonated with this video and what your interpretation of butterflies is. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys. So this new year, I'm learning to let go, not take things personally, and focus on what's positive rather than what's negative, because it's too draining out here and I don't have time to be carrying other people's projections. It's too much. It's too much. I'm worried about me. If you're not for me, then get out. You know what I'm saying?